Cast your burden upon the Lord. Again, the context being tormented state, darkness, oppression, anger, and anguish of spirit. Cast your burden upon the Lord. Burden here was shocking when I understood what it meant. It literally means the lot in life that God has providentially given you. It is a picture of the plate of your life that has been loaded and handed to you. The lot of your life. Cast the lot of your life onto the Lord. Our burdens, every burden that we have, everyone, first of all, has a burden, but they're all unique. Everyone's burden is a little bit different. They're like a fingerprint. No one's is the same. But the thing that we all have in common is that we all have one. Everyone has a burden. Everyone is carrying something. Everyone is experiencing something. We might look at somebody else and say, well, their burden is a lot lighter than my burden. Their lot in life has sure fallen in much fairer places than mine. But the reality is everyone is carrying a burden. Everyone has providentially been given a lot in life. And here is the principle that is really one I've wrestled to get my mind around. Believe it or not, after spending all this time in the Word, hours, I could barely get my mind. Here's the principle. That which God has given to us, we are to give back to Him. That which God has given to us, the lot in life, this gift of our life, in all of its color, blacks and whites and every color in between, we are to give back to Him. Listen to what the old cigar-smoking preacher of London, C.H. Spurgeon, said years and years ago. Here's what he says. He says it this way. What God lays upon you, lay it back upon the Lord. His wisdom cast it on you. It is your wisdom to cast it back on Him. He cast your lot for you. Cast your lot on Him. He gives you a portion of suffering. Accept it with cheerful resignation and then take it back to Him. And the principle is this: return to the source. God is our source. Here's the illustration that Jesus gave. He said, He gave the illustration of the vine and the branches. John 15, the vine and the branches. And here's what He said. He said it this way. I am the vine, Jesus said. You are the branches. He who abides in or attaches to me, and I in him, he bears much fruit. And then he concludes by saying this: apart from me, you can do nothing. Nothing. What does nothing mean? It means nothing. Apart from me, if you're not attached to me, if you are not bonded to me, you can do nothing. And the principle again is that God is our source. God is not our backup plan. God is not our emergency exit, our contingency plan. God is our source. He is our plan. God is our plan. Years ago, there was a poem written by a gentleman named William Ernst Henley, and likely many of you have read it. This was written by a man who did not understand this principle. Here's how the poem goes. It says this: out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloodied but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade. And yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how strait the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Penned by an unconnected branch. These words, as inspirational as they may seem, are absolutely ignorant of the reality of life. That is that God is our source. Even for those who do not know Jesus, do not understand that he is the vine and that we are the branches, he is still the source. James says that all good things come down from above. No matter whether we know Jesus or not, if we are blessed, that blessing came from God, came from heaven. Scripture says that it rains, that rain that causes the crops to grow on the just and the unjust. That is God's grace on everyone. Whether you know him or not, he is the source.